Hey guys, it's Saturday. There's a bit of a cloud behind me. I don't know if I'm going to get... I might get hit with some rain, but hey, it's only rain. Gotta love the rain. We need it. The plants need it. I know that. And the grass and the trees, they're like screaming for it. I bet they can't wait. They probably know it's coming and all. But I can feel it. The old wind's picking up a little bit. I might turn around in a minute and start heading back. But I had a really, really awesome experience today. You know, with my therapist, I'd been seeing her for a bit. She'd already introduced me to energy, so I was already like really heavy into wanting to know more about all that. And then she starts telling me about the ashram, and I didn't even know what that meant. And I'm like, what's that? And then she starts telling me about yoga, and a specific one called Kundalini yoga. And for weeks she tried to keep getting me to go to the ashram. It was on a Saturday morning. It used to be on a Saturday morning. And I wouldn't go. I'd keep making up the excuses because of the old anxiety and that. You know, I'd start breaking out in sweats as soon as she said it. Anyway, it used to be over in a place called Altamont Springs, a little bit of a drive from here. It used to take me probably good 45 minutes, maybe near on the hour to get there sometimes. But that was my Saturday. It ended up being my Saturday morning. I think it used to start at like 10:30 in the morning or something. And it was a place that my therapist ended up getting me to go to. She said, I'll make sure I'm there, because she'd been doing it at that time, she'd been doing it for like, I don't know, 15 years or something, and said, this is going to help you. So as soon as I got in there, I knew this was going to be part of the journey. I just knew. As soon as I was like, whoa, hang on a minute. You know, the community of people that I started mixing with were the direction of the people that I wanted to be going to. It all spoke about, yeah, I get it. You know, the energy, the meditation I was doing kriyas. I was starting to want to know more. And as soon as I got in there, I thought, oh, these people are all feeding off each other, and the energy in there was amazing, absolutely amazing. Well, you know, COVID hit, and that ended up getting sold. Sad, because of the grounds and everything. The gardens alone were like meditative. I mean, they had this little like gazebo area, and you could, I think it had a statue of Shiva in there or something. I think it did, if I remember rightly. And it was a little meditation place. You could go in there. They had pillows out on the floor, and that you could just go in there and freaking crash out and meditate. It was an amazing place. Anyway, so all of a sudden there's no community. It's like gone. And when you're in this spiritual journey, you know, when you explain that to somebody, it's hard to explain first of all, because then they think you've lost it. They think your fucking mind's gone. But hey, man, you know, watch The Matrix. You know, I remember watching that when it first came out and thinking, wow, that's a pretty damn good movie. But shit, now it's starting to kind of ring different notes. Because, you know, everybody walks around like zombies. And you know, when you find a community of people that you can actually communicate with, and then it's gone, it's like, oh, what? So this was done very, very quickly, and I was in a session with my therapist, Judith, and she said about a lady called Marie, and she does Kundalini, and I know the lady, and she'd like to do a class. I'm like, what? So it ended up being Marie did the class. Absolutely awesome, great energy, done really, really well. Even said that she had anxiety, you know, and I'm like, which was weird because it actually pulled me out of some of my anxieties going, because The old me wouldn't have gone. I would have been like, no, too much anxiety about, all the fears, or who's there. But I didn't do that. It crept a little bit, and then I just pulled myself back and went, no. And then I thought of Maria and thought, God, she must be bleeding, panicking her ass off, because she's conducting it. And it kind of brought me down, because and then you can help that person with their energy. Keep your energy on a nice level. You can bring their energy down, right? So she did absolutely awesome. So there was Marie, my therapist Judith, Kat, who's a great, awesome spirit. Me and Kat connect in many different ways as far as energy. There's times when she's like tuned into me and said, everything good? And I'm like, off? I'm like, no, not really. And then we talk, and she's very much into the astrology side of it too. And, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, you feeling kind of offish, or are you angry? Or she'll be like, oh yeah, that's to do with this. And I love it. That's to do with this. And yeah, man, bring it on. Because I don't understand it. I love the night sky, but I don't understand all that side of it. And, my daughter even got pissed off with me the other day, because I went, what star sign are you? I mean, I know a birthday, but I don't know the star. I don't know the sign. Yeah, she gave me that look like, Dad. I'm like, well, I don't, and then this one really got me, because my mate Eric turned up. Now, this guy, we go back 20 plus years, guys, right? He's a brother. And it's funny, because when he turned up, I was like, I didn't even fucking recognise him, which is crazy, because I haven't seen the guy in that long. That, he's grown all this beard and that now, and he got out, and it's freaking crazy. I think I was expecting to see old Eric somehow. And I was like, holy shit, dude. And we just freaking got hold of each other. It's like, it's like time hasn't freaking gone by. And he turned up. Now, Eric is he's a guy that his mind has been kind of thinking like this since I can remember. He's got an amazing mind, as far as even like the engineering side of his mind. He doesn't. I've got so much shit going through my head of the stuff that I've seen that guy do, that I'm looking at going, you're kidding me. And he does it. He's amazing with metal. He's a fabricator guy. He works brilliant with me. I've seen him do shit, and I'll say to him, you got plans for that? And he'll say no. And it's all angles, and he figures it out. And I don't know, I don't have that kind of mind. So he freaking fascinates me. He can tell you something that he read about freaking 15 years ago, but can't remember what he had for breakfast. I always remember that. He's like short-term memory. He's like terrible. But amazing that guy has been by my side. I don't know. This guy, he's that guy that freaking was there cradling my head when I was going into the dark. He saw me. He's seen me in some crazy shit, messed up anxiety head shit. And he's also seen me change. He knows the old me, and he knows the me who I am now. In fact, I even said, I'm no longer my nickname, because my nickname that I used to have, it's horrible. I don't like it really. Not now. I used to answer to it, not even think about it, but it's the old me. It's not me anymore. And I've literally clung on to the character of Cockney Buddha. I even have people. One client calls me Cockney, and I'm great with it, because it's part of this whole freaking different me journey. And he's seen me change. He's seen me, the old me from way back. Like I say, we're talking 20 plus, I think it is, years. Long bloody time. And we've been there for each other many times. So he turned up, And I didn't expect him to be turning up, because 5 years ago, maybe more, when I was going to the ashram, more than that, when I was going to the ashram, I said, hey man, you know, I was just starting out my journey. I'm like, come to the yoga. Nah. All right. So today he comes, right? First time, you know, Marie put on a freaking blinding experience with the gong. She's got I think she said it's a 36-inch gong, and I always remember that in Kundalini. It was like it's amazing sound, and the vibration of it all was crazy. You feel it. And she did a really nice extended play of this gong today, and I'm I'm laying right next to my mate, and I'm waiting for his response, because I was going to collar him after and go, well, what do you think? You know, but I didn't have to, because the gong, once the gong stops, there's like a bit of a silence to let you tune in, and he goes, what the hell was that? And I started chuckling, and he's like, oh, what? I knew that was it. He got freaking touched, man. I knew it. All you got to do is experience it and be open to it. Yeah. And I'm freaking way proud of him, man. I'm way proud of him. Kat, I only met her in the flesh today. It's always been on Zoom, and I met her today, and I'll tell you what, it's crazy, because it's like a newer. I mean, I know, yeah, you know someone on a certain level, but not like face to face, like. So yeah, what an amazing, great experience. Going to start building this community. I think I've talked to Judith about it, about building it up. I've got a full set of quartz singing bowls. I'd like to do that with breath work and stuff, maybe. Start maybe doing some Wim Hof stuff with people, doing chats. I don't know where it's going to go, but there's all these kind of things going through my head that we can start working on this and start building this up a little bit. And the people that were there are all in. So I believe they are. So it's just a matter of getting it worked out, which won't take much, because I think we need those communities back. I really do. When people think you're crazy, you're doing something right. So keep doing it. Don't be the norm. Step outside the box. Step into that. I had some anxiety to going over there. Trust me, I'm not even kidding. But if I hadn't have gone and backed up because of my anxiety, I wouldn't have had that experience that I had today. I wouldn't have met Kat. I wouldn't have seen my freaking brother turn up and have that experience, which, to tell you the truth, was the cherry on the cake for me, because it was that sign. It was like, that touched, that gotcha. And that's priceless, man. That's really priceless. And Kat had never done Kundalini yoga before. It was only three of us, which was Marie, the teacher, Judith, and me. We were the only ones that have done it. And I'm still in diapers when it comes to this. I was rusty, but great experience. Really enjoyed it. So look around, you guys. Build that community. Get that community back. Get back with your buddies. Get hold of them. Talk to them. I've let slip, and I know I have. And it's time to start building that community back. Stay the course, guys. Namaste.